Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of SpeakerFocus.com. My message today is you are not a high fee speaker because you like to cut corners and skip steps. It's just real simple. A lot of you out there are cutting corners. You are not putting together the right things for your speaker business and operating it as such so you become a high fee speaker. A lot of you are happy with getting the lower fees. My message today, I'm talking to the people who are getting paid to speak right now, and you are getting $0 to $1,000. And I did it for many, many years. The first 7 years of my career, the first 750 engagements I got, I was in the $0 to $1,000 category. See, I got tired of getting checks from a community center in the youth market for $250. I got tired of speaking to a high school in the youth market for $650. I would do 3 assemblies and got $650. Wasn't worth the money. But at the time, I thought I was doing my thing because I didn't have better marketing. Follow me? The next stage was speaking in the faith-based market, speaking to some churches who were only going to pay me a collection, a love offering or honorarium of $250. Or maybe even sometimes $75. I was barely lucky to get out of there with some gas money and some fast food on the way home. Then you had the government contracting market. I don't want to make it seem like I'm unappreciative, but this is called high fee speaking, which starts at the $5,000+ level. Not keep getting these checks that is not worth your time. You think that it's worth your time right now because you don't understand opportunity costs. It costs me the same amount of time to make 30,000 as it does to make 1,000. So why not go for the 30,000? Or why not go for the 10,000? You better up your marketing IQ because that's why you're stuck in the position that you are right now. So I got tired of speaking in the government contracting market, which on average, they were paying me $2,000 to $6,000 a day. Now I was able to upgrade my zip code. I was able to buy a brand new house. I was able to upgrade to a 600 Mercedes-Benz. Great for me. But I knew that I was making on average, let's say $3,000 a day. I was doing 10 of those a month. Okay, that's just with government contracts. That was $30,000 a month, but I'm really supposed to be making 60. See, I'm supposed to be doubling my output of money, but I can't do that because I don't know the strategies of a high fee speaker. So you got to stop taking engagements or putting yourself in position that's going to make you the lower fees. And the way to do that is you got to go to where the big dogs reside. I'm getting to it. Next is the college and university market. Okay, so it's super competitive in the college or university market. You have about 4,000 plus colleges throughout the United States and U.S. Virgin Islands. On average, if you have a program that will enhance campus life, a great leadership program for the students, and all different kind of genres, by the way, they hire speakers for all different kinds of topics, but they only want to keep paying you about $1,000 to $3,000. And you got to take out all your expenses up front. What did I say again? Opportunity cost. You're skipping steps because you don't understand opportunity cost. You're wasting your time because you're puffing up your chest in front of your friends who are not getting any bookings right now because you're getting $0 to $1,000. Or an occasional blue moon, you can bag $1,500, $2,000. That's still a low fee speaker. So now when you get to where the big dogs bark, okay, not on the porch, they come around and they go around, they walk the yard. They just don't bark. They actually bite. Big dog speaking starts at $5,000+ USD for 1 hour or any portion of 1 hour on up. Now, who pays the bigger fees like that? 50% deposit to take the date off the calendar, to secure the date. They have a venue for you to speak. They have a budget and they have an actual date. That's the corporate and association market. Now, the reason why you're accepting all these other gigs is because you don't understand the top fee that these different markets pay. You are marketing yourself at the bottom of all these markets. And that's the reason why you're getting paid the $0 to $1,000. I'm going to say, obviously, the ones that pay the bigger fees are the corporate and association market because my keynote for 1 hour is $50,000 USD. Now, those are speakers. That's a celebrity fee structure typically starts at $10,000 USD for 1 hour. But there are so many speakers that don't have a celebrity brand. They don't have experience. By the way, you don't need to be a celebrity to get a celebrity fee, but you need to have a lot of experience and you actually got to know how to facilitate. You got to know how to transfer knowledge at an extremely high level. You've got to know how to teach. I've been telling you this shit for years. That fluffy, blowhard, bloviator, motivational, hypey, drippy, kind of saucy salesman speaker, that era is over. These meeting planners want a different kind of speaker because we're in a different kind of era. Least we not forget that we are in a global pandemic. We're in a mental health crisis. These corporations have a massive amount of dysfunction. You are skipping steps, and that's why you're not a high fee speaker. Your level of understanding marketing and your marketing IQ is at the bottom of all these markets. So let's just start. Let me give you a difference between the bottom of the market versus the top of the market. But see, you're skipping steps because you're involved in so much stuff. You coaches and consultants out there, you're involved in so much stuff that you won't make speaking a priority. You just won't put your head down for 3 to 6 months where you can be dominating if you learn what to do, if you get better messaging, if you get better sales tools, if you learn how to automate your business. But some of you just get a portion of that. Then when it comes to the automation, you stop. You don't fully build the system that can create lead flow with predictability and consistency. So therefore, you jam yourself up because you don't want the full game. You only want some of it. You're skipping steps. You're cutting corners. And that's why you're not a high fee speaker. So let me go to the bottom and the top of every industry so you clearly understand. There are 6 different target markets. So I'm going to go to the bottom of your fee versus your top of your fee. Most of you are stuck at the lower end because you don't have a high marketing IQ and your lead flow is horrible. Your messaging is non-existent. So therefore, the high fee coordinators won't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Oh, ouch. You don't want to hear that because you're stuck in the way of thinking that you are. So now, the 6 different target markets. Youth market, speaking to kids. Faith-based market, speaking to churches. Government contracting market. The college and university market. The corporate. And then you have the association market. Who pays the higher fees? The corporations and the associations. But you got to have real facilitation skills in order to do that. So let's just go to the bottom of the youth market versus the top. Bottom of the youth market looks like speaking at a community center closest to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in every major city. They're going to have zero budget or very little money. The top end will be looking like speaking at a youth leadership conference that would pay you $5,000 to come speak for their kids. But you got to specialize in speaking to youth. You need to have a book, something like that to specialize. Now, faith-based market is next. 50% of the African-American churches prior to the pandemic were in economic crisis. So if you're going to be speaking at a small church, you can expect to get a collection with $75 in it. Oh, you don't want to hear that? Well, it's real. The top end of the faith-based market is speaking at the mega churches. Go to the mega churches. They have a bigger budget to pay you at the higher level fee. The government contracting market. If you're going to facilitate and do technical skills versus soft skills, you can earn the higher fees at the $5,000+ Soft skill training, you're going to be stuck typically at $3,000 on average a day. If you don't take the money, someone else will. College and university market is super competitive. 4,000+ colleges throughout the United States and U.S. Virgin Islands. So with that being said, you must put yourself in a position where you understand that all your fees are going to be taken out up front. You price yourself around $2,000 to $3,000 in the college market with a great topic that will move the leadership meter. You can work as much as you want to, but that's still low fees. You got to take out all your expenses up front. And sometimes you're going to be left taking $1,500 in the college market. Now, last but not least is the corporate and association market. You need to hear what I'm saying. You get a 50% deposit up front. They offer you a date, a venue, and also they have a budget to facilitate you at the $5,000+ level. There's no bitching and complaining in the corporate and association market. They will pay your fees if you're worth it. You've got to start substantiating the value and justifying your higher fees with better marketing. Improve your messaging, ramp up your sales tools, and definitely get your lead flow right. And you will have a predictable and consistent machine going. And that's what we teach you at speakerfocus.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin T. Robinson with another tip for you about high fee speaking. See you next time.